Hello viewers, we are here at Nick Presents India Kids Summit Season 3. I have with me right now Mansi Zaveri ma'am over here. First of all, I have to ask you, an event like this that is particularly celebrating kids content and kids entertainment cluster, that too in person after the COVID era, what do you have to say about the overall emotions that's piling up right now?
Yeah. It's actually great because one, it's happening at Kidzania, which is like one place that kids love and parents love, and it's actually great because exchanging ideas, everything with regards to raising children and raising them the right way and in such an inclusive way. I think it's brilliant, and getting such great minds together is fabulous.
There's a lot of exposure to, for kids right now in terms of content and every other thing in this world right now. Of course, a lot more than probably your generation or even my generation. What I want to know from your end is that a blessing? Is that a disguise? I mean, is that a curse? Or is that a mix of both for the kids of, today's generation?
I'm an eternal optimist, so I'm going to take it as it's an absolute boon, but a controlled boon. And, I was just saying it in my session as well that these kids are digital first, right? So it's very important to understand that for their progress, for their learning, digital is the way to be and the way to go, but it has to be digital for good. And the parent has to ensure that the digital consumption is under leash. And under leash for the right reasons, right? Because everything can be a boon and a bane. How do you make it and make it work in your favor? By making it a boon is what the parent will be able to help a child, do, right? So I think if done right, it's an absolute boon.
Wonderful. What I want to know from your end is that as far as kids entertainment is concerned, there have been different content that has been happening in the last 5 years and it has grown tremendously. If I have to ask you a highlight which has really, really impressed you the most, what would that be?
I think for me, it is not one particular thing, but I think what has really helped is children getting real life heroes, right? And also their heroes coming from a boundaryless world. I mean, my daughter loves, example, watching the Nas daily, right? And she discovered him on YouTube, and then she continues to watch. So what's interesting is she's never met this guy, but he has become her encyclopedia to so much knowledge. So I think just the fact that it's not about characters and it's just not about characters and entertainment. I think it's critical to know that kids are also looking at growth in a big way. So I think that whole education filter and how am I spending my time is becoming a very, very critical feature as well.
Last question before I let you go. As far as, maybe the kids of, or maybe our generation is concerned, career choices used to be quite different. Right now with digital boon, we might just get to see a lot of, kids growing up and saying that, we want to be a lifestyle creator, we want to be a blogger, we want to be a YouTuber. That's the primary passion and, career that we want to follow. Do you see that happening in the next 2 to 3 years itself?
Definitely, and I must say that I am one of the first ones. So I've done my MBA in marketing. I studied marketing, was a brand head and had a career in marketing for 15 years before I started to set up a digital company, right? And back in the day in 2013, people were like, "Acha, ye kya hota? Ye profession bhi hai, ya, whatever." And I think my parents supported me then, and we need to, as parents and as stakeholders in the kids and parenting space, need to realize that the careers don't even exist, right? So if we're not going to be supportive, then they're not, we're not doing a great job, because it's only then if we support our children and be empathetic towards them, are they going to find and come into their own, right? So of course, most definitely, there are going to be lots of creators. There are lots of people who are going to start and stop. There are some who are going to continue, and the ones who will continue will obviously see the big boon and the big boom out of it. But I think all I'd say is that parents, please support your kids in whatever they want to do, because every little piece is value adding to the person that they're becoming, right? So I would definitely say that you will see a lot more creators, but you'll also see a lot of hard work that goes behind it.
Absolutely, pursuing dreams and at the same time a bit of family support. I think hopefully that comes together and helps these kids achieve what they want in the future. Thank you so much for talking to us. It's a pleasure. Looking forward to having you in many more sessions like these. Thank you so much. Pleasure.